What is up, you guys? So my wife left to work about an hour ago and I just laid my kids down for a nap. But before my wife left for work, I asked her to go to Redbox and rent a movie for me, and she ended up getting Enemy. I know it's been out for like a week, I think it came out like 2 weeks ago, but Redbox just got it like a week ago. I don't know much about it, and I've been told that that is the best way to go into it. Really excited. I mean, I've seen trailers and stuff like that, and I've heard a few things here and there, but I haven't seen or read any spoilers. I haven't seen any of those analysis videos on YouTube. I mean, I honestly don't know anything about this movie. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop this in. 1, 2, 3.
Get a movie house!
Okay, so obviously I got the movie in. Okay, now I don't know much about this film. All I do know is that it's the same director from Prisoners, and Jake Gyllenhaal, of course, is in both films. And I was told that it's the best way to go into this movie not knowing much, because it's one of those films that it's very controversial. People are going to be talking about it for a long time. There's different ways of looking at it, and I love movies like that. And like I said before, I haven't seen any spoilers. I haven't read any spoilers or anything. But according to the trailer, which I've also been told that it's misleading a little bit, but according to the trailer, Jake Gyllenhaal's character is a teacher, just a regular guy, and one day he sees a movie, and in that movie he sees an actor that looks just like him. So according to the trailer, the plot of the story is him trying to figure out who this other person is, and at the same time that mystery sort of starts to take over his life. I don't know, I might be wrong, but that's what I got from the trailer. Either way, super excited. Like, words cannot express how excited I am right now to watch it. No more wasting time, because I ramble. I'm gonna go ahead and press play and watch this. I'm pausing it at 50 minutes. Okay, and the movie's actually a lot shorter than I thought it was. It's only an hour and 30 minutes long. I thought it was like at least 2 hours. But I'm gonna go ahead and pause it. Okay, so Adam, the teacher, Jake Gyllenhaal, found Anthony, the guy that looks just like him, the actor, and right now they are meeting for the first time. Anthony, the actor, set up a meeting for them at a hotel, and he just walked in. They're meeting for the first time, and they've been staring at each other and they haven't said anything. So I thought that right now would be a really good time for me to go ahead and pause the movie. Hopefully the kids don't wake up soon. They have been napping for an hour. They usually nap for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, but I don't have much. I'm sure as usual they're counting the credits, which means the movie has like 20 to 25 minutes left. I am thirsty and I am a little hungry, so I'm gonna get myself a quick snack. Alright, it's way too early for any of that. Let's see. How about some Hawaiian punch? Can't go wrong with that. Okay, and for a snack, we don't really have much. Some Doritos. I don't see anything else. Alright, you guys, so I got my drink and my snack. Like I said, the movie is still paused. Okay, I paused it at 50 minutes. They just met. I can't believe I've been watching this for almost an hour. The pacing is like almost perfect. I mean, there's not much dialogue in this movie, and there aren't that many actors, that many characters. The movie only follows Jake Gyllenhaal's character and what he's trying to do, which is to find this other guy that looks just like him. I am amazed about how thrilling and suspenseful this movie is so far. I almost feel like there's not much going on, but at the same time, everything that's going on like just keeps you on the edge of your seat. It took like forever for the other guy, for Anthony, the actor, to open the hotel door. And all you see is like the shadow of his feet under the door. And even though that took a long time, because you can't see him on the other side, but you can just imagine him questioning whether or not he should open that door. And it just felt extremely suspenseful. Like the director just knew how to take this almost extremely simple story, but just turn it into something bigger than that. Okay, so I'm excited to finish it. Not much left on it. And I'm excited to see what happens, because they just met for the first time. And I want to see, I mean, this movie is so thrilling and suspenseful that you feel like you have to finish it. In my opinion, there hasn't been like one boring moment. Like I said, there isn't much dialogue in this movie. So I guess I sort of can understand if someone would find this movie boring. But to me, all of the visuals, everything that we're seeing seems very important, and everything that is being said. It's not much, but everything that is being said feels like it's being said for a reason. You know, words are not being wasted. Gonna finish the movie, and I will let you guys know what I think after. Okay, so the movie just ended. Hold on, let me pause it. I don't think there's any end credits scenes or anything. Okay, so the movie just ended, and I'm gonna admit, that last clip, I jumped. I mean, it scared me a little bit, but it's good. Like, really, really good. And I can understand why a lot of people would be confused about it, and I can understand why a lot of people wouldn't necessarily like it as much as other people. I also understand why a lot of people can be confused, because even though there isn't much going on, so many things are left unknown for the viewer to pretty much come up with their own conclusion. I honestly think I get it. I think I know what the story was about. Okay, so the kids are up just in time. And yeah, I have a few things that I do want to say, so I'm going to go to the movie room as usual and talk to you guys about it without giving away any spoilers, which will be extremely hard. Okay, so we're finally in the movie room, and let's talk about Enemy, sort of, because there's a lot that I cannot say. So the story of Enemy is Jake Gyllenhaal, who plays a history teacher. His name is Adam something. He's just your typical regular guy, and he has a girlfriend who is played by that actress that played Shoshana in Inglourious Basterds. One day, randomly, I believe it was like another teacher asked Adam, Jake Gyllenhaal, the history teacher, if he watches movies, and he responded with no, he doesn't really go out much and he doesn't really enjoy movies. So the teacher recommended him a movie called When There's a Will, There's a Way. So out of curiosity, he decides to go look for that movie and watch it. And the first time that he watches it all the way through. He closes his laptop and goes straight to bed. He doesn't exactly realize what he had just seen. He starts having a few dreams, a few clips of the movie, and decides to watch the movie, or at least skim through it, to make sure whether or not he saw what he thinks he saw. And what do you know? He saw exactly what he thought he saw. He saw an actor that looked just like him. And I don't mean like similar, I mean it looked identical to him. It looked like his twin. It looked like that was him in the movie. And yes, of course, I do know that Jake Gyllenhaal ended up playing both characters, which is why they looked exactly the same. So whenever he sees this actor and realizes that this guy looks just like him, he grows this obsession over it, having to know, wanting to know, needing to know who this guy is. They look exactly the same, but they act differently, they behave differently. They play two very, very different characters. The scene when they first meet is great. I love it. I love the fact that they don't say anything for a long time. They just stare at each other. like they can't believe what's going on. I mean, honestly, I don't think I'd be able to believe what's going on. When it comes to this movie, there is literally a lot to talk about. I love movies like this. Even if it's a movie that I don't like, I will like it for the fact that it starts discussion amongst movie lovers. That's what a good movie does. It creates this tension between movie lovers where they can talk about it for a long period of time. And even if they can't convince the other person of what they think, the fact that that discussion started and they talk about the little tiny details in the film, I love that. And from the posters and stills that I've seen, I'm not giving away any spoilers by saying that spiders are involved. Not necessarily a physical form of spider, but the idea of a spider is involved in this movie. And there are many different ways of taking that in also. The story is so short and so simple, but there's so much going on that you pay attention to every single thing that's going on, every single word that is being said. And there are a few moments where a sentence will be said and you're just like, oh my god, that goes into that and that makes sense with that. I highly recommend you guys watch this movie. It's extremely entertaining. It sort of has that Hitchcock feel to it. The feel, the vibe that the movie gives away. And a lot of scenes sort of felt like a Fincher movies. I feel like if Alfred Hitchcock was alive today, this is the kind of movie that he would make. Except that we all know he would really tie everything together in the end and nobody would be wondering anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm frustrated because I want to talk about it and I can't to you guys because I know some of you have seen it and some of you haven't, so I don't want to spoil anything. But this movie is something that every movie lover should watch. I personally enjoyed it. I personally don't think I'm confused by it. I was at a few moments, but once the ending got closer, it just felt like it sort of tied everything together. This is a movie that I just want to discuss and I want to talk about amongst other movie lovers. But right now, all I have is a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. Let me know, okay, if you guys have seen the movie and if you liked it. And I also feel like a lot of people are going to have different interpretations of the movie. So just let me know if you understood it or not. You don't have to tell me what you thought it was because I don't want anybody to spoil anything for anyone. But just let me know if you think you understood what was going on or not. But thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Like the video if you like. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you for watching Gary Movie House. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Peace out, homies.